Right. Ooh. Where is my microphone? But there, I don't have to have it over there now. It's going to be a little clunky and noisy, but microphone should be better. We are now supposedly in the Rift. I'm not quite sure how this is going to run because this is the first time I've got it running on the main rig. I think we're going to have a few frame issues by the looks of it because of the streaming. But that doesn't surprise me because it's quite taxing. So it'll be a short go. Text straight away is much more legible. I'm gonna grab a shortish job. Yes. You can see it's not streaming well. Graphically though, I can read the stop sign easy from ages away. Clearly I need to find a setup that works for this. Great, the job I wanted. Did I lose the job? Did I not take the job? Oh, it's there. I did have it. I was just being silly. Yeah, it's not playing smooth like I'm expecting it to. Excuse me, let's check game settings a second. Cross density. Yeah, everything's pretty down where it was for the Vive earlier, and that was fine. I'm not quite sure whether it could be a game setting. I've pinned a window and I can't see for the love of God. Yeah, frame is going all over the shop. We'll get away from here and see if it improves because it's a little busy area at the moment. Failing that, I'll have to try and play with the VR settings. I'm not quite sure if I'm supposed to. Yeah, I don't know. As you can see, it's like pausing, starting, pausing. Remember, this is running through Steam VR rather than the Oculus. Perhaps if I change to a version from Oculus, but then I'd have to rebuy everything, I think. We'll have a look in a moment. Definitely not running as smooth as what the Vive did. The frames pick up now when we get out of the little city town area. Frames do pick up ever so slightly, but not enough. So I think I'll be pulling over and stopping the stream in a moment and tweaking the settings. We'll need to have a play around, find out how this will work. See if I can find a nice little place to pull over. I mean, graphically, excluding the frame per second drop, the actual image quality is quite pleasing. There must be some kind of time warp or something running. Oh, come on, stop. Right. Let's park it up on the side. Accuracy, how are you doing? Alright, I've got it working on the main PC downstairs, but I need to sort out the frames per second issue because while streaming, it's struggling in comparison to the Vive. But you can see it looks nice though. Well, what you see isn't what I see at the end of the day. Clarity is better. Like on the dash I can read where it says gauges fuel, distance fuel, 942, 597. Read the time, we'll read the mileage the truck's done. But then if I go to the gauges themselves, I can barely make out the characters that make up, you know, the 10, 20, 30 and all that. You'd certainly have to move closer. It'll be a step up from anything from a basic Rift for sure, as long as you can get the head unit working. The main issue I was having was power. I ended up going through all my USB ports upstairs, including front ports. None of them were supplying power. And it wasn't until I realised that the 2070 graphics card comes with a USB-C socket on it, so I thought, oh, I've got a USB-C to 3.1 converter. So I'll convert it and plug it in, and well, as soon as I did that, the headset sprung into life. So I was like, oh. So this motherboard down here, though, seems to be delivering the power correctly, because I've plugged it in straight away, and it's worked straight out the box. So far, so good. Hasn't had one drop yet. Installed the software, updated the firmware, and so far, so good. So, USB power is a major issue, so if you do get issues, investigate USB power basically. Yeah, and it's on its basic setting, you know, looking around. I've just got to resolve the frame issue. What I'll do, yeah, in the game there, see, it's hardly taxing. The GPU's not doing anything. It's like the GPU's on 30% load. Weird. Which makes me think it's not doing what it should be doing. So why is the GPU only on 31% and the CPU's on 42? That's really weird. Let's mess around here a second, shall we? No, go away. Options, graphics. I don't think it's going to be that, but we'll have it play around. Just trying to find something that will get the GPU to kick in, because at the moment it's sitting there like a lemon. That's done something. Nope, it's still only on 36. That's very weird. See, that car's not moving smooth to me. Graphics. I don't think that did it. Don't think it's going to be VSync. I'm glad you managed to get back on. This is going to be a bit of a mess, by the looks of it. Again, looking left and right seems smooth now. But I think moving is going to be jerk fest, because that track's not smooth. So I need to solve the issue I've got trying to play and stream. Think. What could it be? I mean, if the Vive can do it, I'm sure this can do it. Yeah, no. But I can never seem to turn the damn thing off, even when I do the control and one and all of that rubbish. I'm wondering if there's a setting within ATS that'll allow me to change some bits and bobs. I didn't want to do that, did I? That was the wrong one. Let's go and fish in. Yeah, it's still not as smooth as I would like. It's definitely jerking there. You can see it's like this, and it's, you know, slowing down, speeding up, slowing down, speeding up. Yep, just did. Well, remember, this is the first time I've literally put it on. So I'm going through the settings now to find out what works, what doesn't. And remember, I'm streaming at the same time, and I can see it there now when I move my head. It's clearly not at the right level. When I tried it without streaming, it was smooth for the most part. I was in a busy city with this particular game. And I usually have it full screen mode. But I don't want it full screen mode because it covers my chat box. No, it's destroyed my chat box. Well, that was good. That's the one thing I found was chat boxes in this are a little bit uh-oh. Wow, it's totally killed it. That's awkward, to say the least. Oh, that's not good. You pull that out and it doesn't want to do it. At the moment, you're not going to see much. I'm in another window that you can't see. Because it's killed my chat box. Every time I pull a chat box out, kind of says, no, go. Well, I clearly need to learn. Kind of good, the virtual desktop you can do in this. You're supposed to be able to bring certain windows out. Where's VR Dash? Experimental. Right, let's see if that works. We got that there, we can get rid of that. And we can pin that. And hopefully we can go back to the game, which has decided to quit out. Right, where's my Steam VR gone? Well, this stream went really well. We're trying again. Let me hit settings first. What do we got here? Applications. Oh, see, what the devil is that? Library, games. Give it one more load, see what happens, shall we? Properties. I want to check the config file for the game a second. Okay, so let me try loading that one. Oh, it's coming up. That's the main thing. Even if all my windows are messed up. This doesn't look like it's mapping yet. Tried a different setting, yeah, no, this setting doesn't work at all. Because it's not mapping to the headset correctly. Right, okay, so I'm going to have to do my homework on this one and fathom out how to get it working from Steam VR and Oculus. This is going to be the first time for me, so it's a learning curve. I might come back, though, and do a different stream with a different game. And do this tomorrow, so because I've only got a little bit of time left for today. I do apologise, bit of a short stream, but not much I can do. There's clearly a big difference between how you would normally stream, say, on a Vive compared to a Rift. Right, I'll change to something else. I'll be back shortly.